Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. JCI just filed an 8K, and I am spotting a significant shift in executive compensation strategy. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is introducing a new incentive program designed to drive long-term shareholder value, and it reveals how much they value their top brass. Johnson Controls International PLC, or JCI as it is known on the New York Stock Exchange, has just announced a new long-term value growth incentive program, or VGI program. This program is all about focusing their top executive talent on achieving aggressive growth and creating value over the long haul. Think of it as a way to keep their key people motivated and rewarded for hitting ambitious targets that go beyond what their regular bonus plans usually cover. They are using performance-based stock options and stock appreciation rights, which means these executives will only see real value if the company's stock price goes up significantly. This particular report is dated May 11, 2026. The program itself kicks off covering fiscal years 2026 through 2030. So we are talking about a 5-year performance period designed to align executive interests with those of the shareholders over a substantial time frame. Let's break down how this new VGI program is structured. It links a big part of the executive's potential pay to really outstanding shareholder value creation and the company's overall performance. To earn these stock options, executives need to hit ambitious performance objectives that are set at levels above what is already baked into the company's existing incentive plans. Half of these options are tied to hitting a specific net sales target. This target represents significant growth compared to the company's fiscal year 2025 net sales. But it is not just about sales. To get these options, the company also needs to achieve a specified market capitalization. This means the stock market needs to value the company at a substantially higher level than it does now. These sales goals are measured over the trailing 12 months as of the last day of a fiscal year quarter. The other half of the options are linked to achieving a specified market capitalization. This market capitalization is measured as an average over the 45 days before a specific measurement date. So essentially, they need to boost both sales and overall company valuation significantly. These are called the performance goals. Now, if these ambitious goals are not fully met within the 5-year performance period, there is a provision for earning a pro rata portion of the options. This means if they hit either the sales goal or the market cap goal above certain minimum threshold levels, they could still earn some of the award. This ensures that some reward is possible even if all targets are not achieved. These options will be granted under the company's existing 2021 equity and incentive plan. The exercise price will be set at the company's ordinary share price on the day the options are granted. This is crucial because it means the executives only profit if the company's stock price increases after they are granted these options. In other words, they really need to drive stock performance to see a financial benefit from this program. Vesting is also tied to remaining employed with the company throughout the entire 5-year performance period. There are some limited exceptions for pro rata vesting if an executive leaves due to a qualifying termination, death, or disability. However, for any other reason, including retirement or being terminated for poor performance before the end of the period, these options will be forfeited. This is a strong retention mechanism. Once the options vest, they generally can only be exercised within a 2-year window running from the 1st of October 2030 through the 30th of September 2032. There is a shorter 90-day exercise period for options earned on a pro rata basis due to a qualifying termination or death or disability. This limits the window for cashing in on the gains. The participants in this VGI program will be a select group of key employees, including some of the company's named executive officers. The actual value of these awards, as determined on the grant date, will depend on the compensation committee's assessment of how much each executive contributes to long-term value creation. The report also details some specific grant date fair values for certain top executives. Joachim Weidmanis, the CEO, is set to receive awards with a target grant date fair value of $10,500,000. Mark van de Penbeek, the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, and Chris Scalia, the Executive Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer, each have target grant date fair values of $5,300,000. These are substantial figures reflecting the high expectations for these leaders. So what does this all mean? Johnson Controls International is clearly signaling a strong commitment to long-term growth and shareholder returns. By tying a significant portion of their top executives' compensation to ambitious sales and market cap targets over a 5-year period, they are aiming to drive performance. The use of stock options with an exercise price equal to the grant date price ensures that executives are truly aligned with shareholders who will benefit from stock appreciation. This is a common strategy, but the scale of the awards and the ambitious nature of the goals suggest the company is really pushing for significant forward momentum. The risk here is that if the company does not hit these aggressive targets, a large chunk of executive compensation will not be realized. This could lead to frustration or put pressure on the company to meet these ambitious goals, potentially by taking on more risk. Conversely, if they succeed, shareholders should see significant value creation. The recent news about UBS increasing their price target to $170 from $160 and Dodge and Cox holding a substantial 9.4% stake in the company suggests a generally positive sentiment among investors and institutions. However, the long-term nature of this incentive program means we will need to watch the company's performance over the next 5 years to truly assess its success. That is my take. Stay decoded. If you found this deep dive helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and check the Discord link in the description.